47 as I'm starting this channel from someone's divine masculine, and spirit, I am exhausted, but spirit, the way that they have me just recording this, because they said I need to get it out there and the veil is way too thin not to. Someone has been so deep in their emotions and their feelings about you. I kept hearing triggered by Janae Aiko. The way that you have this masculine triggered by, and I don't want to say triggered because I think so many times we see triggered as a bad thing. We see triggered, someone keeps peeping in their blinds at me right now, and I just keep staring at them and they just keep peeping. It's like this person, it's not a bad trigger. It's not a bad trigger. It's just something that they haven't felt before. And I think that this is so much related to the first Divine Masculine channel that I did, but encapsulated by their feelings is truly the right word. It's like this masculine feels so deeply for you. I don't think words could express how they really feel. Confirmation. And it feels like this person is tapping more into their spiritual side, whether they know it or not, because of the love that the two of you guys share. Because there is no way to express it in the 3D, because there are no words to come into terms with, to really solidify and to really emphasize how meaningful and how loving this is. It's like they have no other choice but to tap into their higher selves and to do spiritual work in order to show up in different ways, in order to say different things, in order to do different things. The person stopped peeping in their blinds. That's hilarious. I think for so long, this person cared too much about what other people thought, what other people would say. I don't know if you're a little bit outside of their mold or outside of their usual friend group, or you just, again, they know that you're different for so many different reasons. But again, because they have been feeling things in such a depth, they know that you're different. They know that they're not going to be able to receive love with anyone else in the ways that you give it. They know that they're not going to be able to showcase and show up in their most truest and authentic selves and be accepted as such, because the level of acceptance that you have for this person is so profound. 222. It's so profound and it's so beautiful. And again, it's this person doesn't just want to take, but also they feel so comfortable giving love with you. They feel so comfortable showing up. They feel so comfortable expressing themselves. And I think sometimes they just get up in their head. This person could have a lot of air in their chart, but just giving anxiety. Like a lot of times this person just, because they haven't felt what they feel right now and what they've felt with you in the past and what they'll continue to feel with you in the future, there's nothing to compare it to, right? There's no compare and contrast. This is all brand new feelings, and it's stirring something within them. I just heard a spiritual response, a spiritual echo. Again, like, if your person wasn't spiritual before, if they weren't tapped in, like, they have no other choice but to be, because your connection is not just tied to this plane, it's tied to so many different ethers, and you guys have been in so many past lives together. It's like the two of you, I'm channeling when the two of you guys met and the way that you guys just interconnected immediately. It's like you guys didn't have that usual kind of casual conversation. Maybe there was a little bit of awkwardness, but I don't think it was awkwardness in the way that it normally is. It was more nervousness because you guys were so excited. It was almost like this nervousness because, again, you guys, your higher selves had been waiting for this interaction for so long that now that it had finally happened, your physical bodies were literally just like amped up with emotion, with intensity, with love, with desire, with passion, with lust, with so many different things. And it's the two of you guys, when you met, it's just like this explosion that I see. And the two of you guys were just able to melt with one another. And it's like your guys' auras, I'm seeing literally this combination and this fusion. I'm seeing that scene from Ratatouille. I don't know why, but the scene where he eats the grape and then he eats the cheese and then he eats the both together. And it's like all of those colors just mixing and merging together. That's literally what happened to the two of your guys' spiritual bodies. So again, even if he didn't know what that was going on, even if he didn't know of his spiritual body, of higher dimensions, of the 5D, he felt that intensity. He felt that inexplicability. Basically the inexplanation to describe what he was feeling, what he desired, what he wanted. It was so intense. And I don't know, maybe childhood movies could be significant. I really feel like the two of you guys, your inner child is so free with one another. 454, as I say that, You guys are able to play. You guys are able to relax. You guys are able to laugh. The two of you guys, I'm seeing the two of you guys just giggle and laugh. And it could be about the silliest, stupidest things. Like, I heard someone fart. I heard someone, like, I saw someone trip or like barely catch them. Like, just the silliest little things. It doesn't have to be, it's just a place too where it's like your inner child, it's seen. I feel like the two of you guys, maybe I talked about this in the first part, but you guys could have had that inner child be neglected. You guys could have been told from a really young age that you guys were an old and wise soul, and you guys just felt like you grew up way too fast. Peter Pan could also be significant. Again, Disney movies and childhood movies could definitely be significant for this collective, but you guys just show up in such a pure way. I think that's why also childhood movies are coming up of, even if it wasn't a princess and a prince, there was always themes of love in those movies, and there was always themes of unconditional and just pure, just raw love. And that's the kind of love that the two of you guys share. And again, I think that's why this person, there's no compare and contrast. They can't compare it to their parents. They can't compare it to their past relationships. They can't even compare it to like their friends and other dynamics. The only comparison that they can have is to movies, is to books, is to childhood dreams and visions. And this person's realizing that those things actually exist in real time with you, with this connection, with this relationship. And that's why it's not a bad trigger. It's just a trigger. 628 as I pause. I feel like, again, this is one of those collectives and one of those individuals I could just keep channeling and channeling and channeling. But the basis of this is just this person feels so many things. And they feel so pure and genuine towards you. And so a lot of times, again, when this person feels like they can't communicate, like they can't express what they want to feel, don't see that as them not caring. Don't see that as them not being able to feel. Don't see that as you overgiving. Truly and ultimately, you are triggering a spiritual awakening in your person. And that is a lot to take in. It is a lot to process. And again, there's so many depths to this, guys. I can't even I'm very, very much just touching the surface right now, just literally skimming the water. And this person is like taking the full plunge. I'm very much sensing that the feminine, you guys have gone through your spiritual awakening. You guys have gone through your ascension. You guys are in your highest timeline and just living your best life. And so this person, it's almost like they're able to skip steps because they have this mentor and this guide, and you have this ability to lead into love. And they really trust in you. They really trust in you. I feel like this person could have some betrayal issues, some betrayal wounds, just a lot of abandonment, anxiety, codependent relationships coming up. There's a lot coming through right now, but they really do trust in you, and they trust you seeing them in vulnerable positions and expressing raw emotions. And again, I don't think that they have felt that with anyone in their life. I'm even hearing like therapists. I'm even hearing mental health practitioners. Like, the way in which you just provide them such a soft place to land, and you love them so unconditionally and so authentically. Keep doing what you're doing. Again, I feel like as you love this person and as you continue to show up for them, they're doing the spiritual work, they're doing their higher self work, and you just have to trust that there's going to be that time where they're going to be able to match you in the ways that they show up, in the ways that they communicate to you. Because again, this collective, you feel the energy, you feel the love, but you don't always see it in the 3D. You sometimes just get things misconstrued and misconstructed, but you just have to remind yourself of where you are on your spiritual path, and you have to remind yourself of where you were when you were at where they currently at. You know what I mean? 848, as I look down, you have to remind yourself the transitionary periods. You have to remind yourself the ego deaths. You have to remind yourself the paranoia. You have to remind yourself all of the friends that you've lost, all of the things that you've gone through. And it is a very, very tough time, but again, they trust you. And so you have to remain that soft place to land so that you can continue to gain that trust, so that you can continue to be that person where they just express anything and everything to, because this person, they have a lot to think. They have a lot to say. They have a lot to feel. And it is so important. It's so important that you're that soft spot. It's so important that you're there for them, and not for them, for you, for the connection, for everybody involved. And it's going to benefit and strengthen the connection between the two of you guys in ways I can't even explain in the next 20 seconds. I could do a whole nother 10-minute, 20-minute video on this. I swear to God. I love you guys so much. Link in bio for personal if you need me, but keep on doing what you're doing. This person loves you in ways, again, they can't really express. So you just have to trust in the feeling and the knowing and in the spiritual work. Mwah.